welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie. I share lots of diamond painting content here, and today we are doing a WIP and Chat. If you didn't know, WIP stands for Work in Progress, and Chat stands for Chat. We're just gonna hang out a little bit today, catch up a bit, and I do these every week on Mondays unless something comes up like it did last week, and then then we'll just catch up for 2 weeks worth. I've missed you guys. I am so incredibly happy to be back with you today. So feel free to pull out a project if you want to craft your diamond paint, or if you're going to use this just like a podcast. Feel free to do whatever works for you. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. I am actually going to be kitting up a project with you today. And so I have the project here, and I feel like there's a lot to talk about with this project. It's going to be fun. But it's called The Deep Is Mine, and it's from Diamond Art Club and JoJoes Arts. It's a much, much, much older kit. And you'll only find it really in destash groups at this point. And then you guys, just for you, I am breaking out of my go-to, the storage containers that I will basically always use and pick every time, which is the Elizabeth Ward brand or Doris brand storage containers. I'm going to be kitting this up into these Cottage Mills dot box storage containers. I have reviewed these on my channel before and demoed them along with some other storage kit options that are alternatives to the Elizabeth Ward storage containers. If you're curious, I'll do my best to remember to link those videos below. But it's just, there's a lot of different storage options out there. You figure out what works best for you, and that's great. That's perfect. Find the right combination of price points, features, all those sorts of things. I feel like the price point on these is maybe pretty good, and I'll just show you really quick. Apparently I did not clean this out super well last time. I have a way of just tossing just trash drills in the cracks. Do not recommend. But yeah, so it has these different sizes of boxes, and you can buy more. They're interchangeable with kind of different sizes and stuff. There's this size, there's kind of these skinnier sizes. It even goes all the way down to these tiny sizes that they're connected. They slide onto each other. So, this is a smaller kit. I kind of figured that something like this, not a huge size project, would be good to, use this storage set with. It's a little finicky, which is one of the reasons I don't always reach for it. Getting everything to line up, because there's these little bumps in here that you're supposed to, it kind of holds these containers in place because they have these little cutouts in them. It's finicky. It doesn't always want to line up super smoothly and straight very easily. And that just, it irks me a little bit, but that is okay. So this is the Cottage Mills dot box storage system. It'll be linked in my description box below if you want to go and take a look at it for yourself. Okay, let's talk about this kit though. And I feel like I'm gonna have a bit of a show and tell for you guys, because a lot has happened in the past couple of weeks, including I started and finished a project since my last WIP and Chat. And I went to the Supernatural convention and had my custom that I was sharing with you guys last week. I had that signed, or that was 2 weeks ago, by Misha Collins, and got to talk to him about what diamond painting is. And I just had the best weekend ever. And there's just a lot that's been going on. So yeah, I have a lot of things nearby to show and tell, but let me start with talking about this kit. I'm actually excited to open it up. We're going to do a little, just a really mini unboxing here together. This, like I said, is a really old Diamond Art Club kit. There's the label style is different, and the branding actually confused me a little bit, because this has round diamonds according to the sticker, but it has the square drill diamond painting branding at the top, the pink square, and then the pink, colors up here. The round drill kits have a blue circle and then blue branding up here. But I feel like this kit came out in 2018, 2019. And so it was probably before they made a lot of updates and changes. But I think a lot of this is really similar. The back is a little bit different as far as what they list. And I got this in a destash, and because you can't get it on the website anymore. It's been discontinued for quite a long time. This image also was for a time available at Craftably, actually. But yeah, I kind of just thought, okay, so I think it came this way because this looks sealed. with the diamond painting in here, and then the diamonds are separate. Oh my gosh, even look at the sticker style is different. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm unboxing an antique. Is there even, there is a toolkit down there. I feel it. I don't even know if this is going to come with a sticker sheet. Oh, that's going to make things interesting. I might have to pause and reevaluate if there's not some kind of sticker sheet in there. So it comes with like the older toolkit kind of in this soft bag. It has like the basics in it. And then here's the diamonds. There's no sticker sheet in there. Let's open this and see if there's a sticker sheet in here. Oh my gosh, the backing is so soft. I feel like they even changed the font on their branding at the top, but this is just the littlest kit. And oh my gosh, look at that style of sticker sheet. Stop it. Okay, so this is what they're, oh my gosh, this is a blast from the past. This is what their insert used to look like. That's so funny. Now they have like the pamphlets. I have never had a kit that's had this style of sticker sheet from Diamond Art Club, and I've worked on a couple of old kits. How old is this kit? Shoot. That is way too fun. Is this sticker paper? I might have to go get my sticker maker too if this is not actually sticker paper. Shoot, I don't think it is. I'm gonna have to go grab my sticker maker thing, which I have, but I am... Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab my sticker maker really quickly because I am not gonna get very, very far without it. But here's the canvas, you guys. It's so little. It's so little. There's like the thumbnail at the top. Even like the schematic style is different. Okay. And I think this rendering is going to be really, really small for it. Again, this is like, oh, look, look, look. It even has a note on here. Larger paintings are preferred for best clarity. Smaller paintings cannot be as detailed. Wow. That is so funny. Like a little disclaimer they put on there. Okay. All right, let me go grab my sticker maker so I can do that with these labels really quickly. And that is so funny. I don't even see the artist's name listed on here, but I know it's JoJoes Arts. I'm going to have to do some digging and find out like what year this even came out. It must have been like 2018. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and grabbed my Xyron. This is the X150 sticker maker. These are really inexpensive on Amazon, assuming that they do still make them. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to save this. I'll probably put this in the logbook. And then I'm not going to waste sticker paper. I'll just cut it here. But yeah, there's the original artwork. And then I'm just going to feed this through. But I'm going to roll it backwards to help it kind of maybe lay flat. Okay, have you guys ever worked on one of these like really old Diamond Art Club kits? I have a soft spot in my heart for these older kits like this. I think it's fun to see kind of where they started. And I have a small collection of these, like, I call them like OG kits. And a lot of them I've had to track down. Oh, tell me I'm at the end of the sticker paper. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna cry right now if I have to go get more sticker paper too. No. Oh my gosh. Wait. Did I make it? Okay. I made it to the end of the sticker roll. Good grief. Never a dull moment. Okay, this is replaceable though. You can pop this out and I'm going to put it in a new cartridge. But yeah, you can get these on Amazon. So, I think like there's a Xyron website. But oh, thank goodness that I had enough to get this done at least. Because I was like, oh, wait. Or did I? I think so. Hold on. Is that sticky? Not totally. Shoot, that's the end of the sticky. Well, you know what? I cannot. I'm literally going to grab Scotch tape because I just don't have the time to otherwise troubleshoot this. I can't believe that happened. Okay, never a dull moment, my friends. It's like it didn't transfer properly. That's okay. All right, so... these older Diamond Art Club kits, they're just like a moment in time. And it's like, obviously they've made a ton of changes since they did these kits. But I feel like the quality is still there, and it is fun to see, just some of the features of some of these really old kits. So I actually, in a lot of ways, I like their round diamonds, like their older round diamonds a lot. I don't know if I'd say it's like I like them better or not necessarily, but I like their old round diamonds. I think that they're pretty solid quality. But, oh yeah, even like the numbering on them is different too. That's okay. Are they in, no, they're not in DMC order. I was going to say, are they in DMC order? Because that would be a difference as well. But yeah, okay, anyway. You know, a lot of these older diamond art clip kits you'll sometimes see in destash groups on Facebook or pop up on Mercari or Facebook. And I've been gradually kind of collecting some of them over time, and I had just finished up another kit. It's a little bit larger kit. I think I had told you guys about it in the last WIP and Chat I did with you 2 weeks ago. I decided to work on Dragon Princess from Diamond Dots, and that was a larger kit. It actually did give me a little bit of trouble in a couple of ways that I'll tell you about in a moment, but I think I want to work on a smaller, like a snack size kit next. I think that a snack size kind of kit is really what's calling my name. And so I was scrolling through my gems flow. I took some screenshots of various kits that were kind of sticking out to me from my gems flow, and this is the one I decided to work on. I just was kind of in the mood to pull out one of these older kits, and I'm really curious to see how it's going to work up. I'm looking forward to having a small kit to work on because do we think that is, no, that's this way. Okay, $9.91. Okay. I was like, that's one of those DMC codes that you could flip the other way. Is it $166 or $9.91? But the one has a little, like, a line and stuff that tells you which say is right side up, hypothetically. But yes, I have been talking quite a lot on my channel about how I'm working hard to avoid burnout and fatigue from crafting, which I know it's like not super cute to keep hearing like a creator you're listening to talk about that kind of thing a lot, because it kind of feels like, okay, this is catching, please stop, and it's not fun. But, you know, it's for those of you that might be dealing with a similar kind of struggle, maybe it's helpful. But yeah, so I just think that, you know, right now I'm needing these smaller kits, these kind of more low stakes, low time commitment kits. And this one, I'm excited to get to it. Like I said, I just worked on the kit Dragon Princess from Diamond Dots, and I started that after our last WIP and Chat, and I finished it a couple of days ago. And it turned out, let me say this, I have a lot of thoughts. It turned out beautifully. I think it's really incredibly gorgeous, and I'm excited to share it with you, which, funnily enough, I realized just with how busy I've been that I never actually shared like a start picture or virtually any progress pictures of it on my Instagram like I usually do with my diamond painting projects. And so yesterday, which was literally the day that I finished it, I posted a picture on Instagram where it's like, well, here's a picture of some of these pretty special drills. So sorry that I didn't actually ever post a start picture or any progress pictures of this project, but here we are. That is okay. So I'll probably post a finished picture of it like tomorrow and you guys will get to see how it looks. Or actually, do you want a sneak peek of it now? That's one of my little show and tell things I have over here. Okay, so I'm going to try not to hit all these diamonds, but I'm just going to show it to you in sections. So it's a partial. It's from Diamond Dots. It's very sparkly. And it's on the bigger side. Let me see. The design size is 85 by 67 centimeters. It made it a little tricky to get to some of these middle sections just because of how I like to work on diamond paintings. But look at those special drills. Aren't those so pretty? And then it just looks, oh, I see a little speck of something. This dragon really turned out amazingly, and I love the special drills a lot. Like I said, there's some ABs in there too. It's just a really, really pretty design. But can I point out a couple things to you? So one, that fraying though, this canvas is fraying like crazy. And these marks came on it when I unrolled it. And I ran out of 3 colors, 4 colors, 3 colors, or 4 colors, which was incredibly disappointing and wildly different from my past experiences with working on Diamond Dots kits. I was genuinely so shocked and very, very disappointed. It was especially disappointing because I was basically sweating my way through the last few sections of that kit because I just kept going, I'm going to run out of another color. I'm going to run out of another color. I had to go diving into my spare diamonds, and I was trying to color, like shade match, and sorry, I'm just looking at how do I want to do this? Where do I want to start? We'll start with one of these. Okay. So I was trying to color match and texture match because even like the textures of some of these can look a little bit different from company to company. And, you know, I think I got close enough because I really didn't want to wait for any more to come in. I just wanted to finish the kit and be done with it. I don't know if you're like that as well, but once you get like towards the end of a kit, you're like, okay, the end is in sight. And then I just want to finish it. I don't want to have to wait for spares. Also, so I could have ordered them online from like the Diamond Dots website or from Amazon. And I was like, I didn't really find any crafting stores that had the exact colors that I needed in stock, which was a bummer. But you might be thinking, why didn't you just reach out to Diamond Dots directly? Well, I probably will, especially to give them some general feedback on that kit and that experience. But I ordered the kit from Amazon. I think it was the Diamond Dots storefront on Amazon, but it was still, it was Amazon. And so I don't know, I'm gonna do this differently after all. I don't know if like the warranty coverage is quite the same. I know when you buy like a Diamond Art Club kit on Amazon that you like fill out the warranty card and submit that, like you register it basically, and then you've got the warranty, but I don't know how Diamond Dots does it. It looked like it was a sealed kit. I don't know what was going on with that kit, and I'm really disappointed because, like I said, that just is very inconsistent with my personal experience with, I mean, I've done a number of Diamond Dots kits. I did Woman in Gold a couple years ago, and that turned out fantastically. So I'm just kind of baffled and thinking, what happened, Diamond Dots? And now I feel like I'm going to be slightly on edge whenever I work on another Diamond Dots painting. But it's done. I was able to closely enough shade match. I don't remember even the last time I had to go diving into my spare diamonds because I just have not had a kit that I've run out of a color before in a really long time. So I just am at a point where I had really stopped saving any more spares because I'd run out of space. And now I'm thinking, you know, because I had trouble shade matching some of those colors and texture matching them and had to kind of make some compromises. Now I'm thinking, should I go back to saving basically all of my spares because that was really frustrating and like annoying to be constantly wondering, am I going to run out of a color? Am I going to have a match that's close enough? And that's not the life that I want to live when I'm diamond painting. The craft is supposed to be relaxing. And, you know, is it the end of the world? No, but it was just not the experience at all that I was expecting. So I will, you know, I'll contact them and just see, you know, do they have any kind of guarantee for stuff that wasn't purchased directly from the Diamond Dots website? I don't know. So I guess I'll go find out. But that was my dragon kit for the month of March. And I'm happy with how it turned out. So coming from a bigger kit and one that was giving me a little bit of trouble, I just thought, okay, I want to work on a kit that is smaller and hopefully is not going to give me trouble. The other really old Diamond Art Clip kit that I've worked on, the other oldest kit I've probably worked on, is Daughter of the Sea King, which was one of the Mandy Manzano Princess panels. That was my 100th completed diamond painting that I did been like around a year and a half ago. And it's by Mandy Manzano. It's, you know, it's Ariel. But that had square drills and was a very old kit. And a lot of people, you know, get worried about old Diamond Art Club square drills, but honestly, that one, it really wasn't that bad. And I liked working on that kit a lot. So I'm optimistic that this one is gonna be fine and is gonna be fun. I do really enjoy working on, I don't know if this is going to sound funny, but I really enjoy working on kits that I just haven't really seen a lot of people work on. I like the variety and the fun of it. Second, just fixing my little mic wire went weird here. Hopefully it's not crackling on you guys, but yeah, so I don't know. This one was it. I had a number of like Diamond Art Clip snack size kits on my potential list too, but this one just looked fun. So we'll see how it comes together. I'll keep you posted. Again, I think that this size point, which is like 30 by 40-ish, I think it's going to be pretty pixelated, not a lot of detail, which I'm cracking up that they literally put a disclaimer on the bottom of that canvas about the fact that it is a smaller kit. That is so funny to me. But you know, props to Diamond Art Club for acknowledging that. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so another reason I wanted to work on a smaller kit is because I know that in April that I'll want to, find another dragon kit in my stash to work on for April, because I am trying to work on one dragon diamond painting a month throughout the year. And so it's like, I'm trying to make sure I have space to start that. And also, the Stealthy Crafter is, oh my gosh, is that her channel name? I'm so sorry if I have that wrong. Is hosting a Chrysabug event next month, and I've been itching to work on a Chrysabug kit, and so I was like, well, I'll wait and I'll start it in April. Now, I'm not intending at all to participate for, prizes or anything. It's more just I'll support like another creator in the community, and have an excuse to work on a Chrysabug kit. So I thought, well, I don't want to start like a Chrysabug kit just yet, and I don't want to start another huge kit that's gonna take me really far into April, where I won't be able to then start a Chrysabug kit. I did kick around the idea of starting the 5th panel on my cross-stitch conversion project, but I thought just that working on a smaller kit like this would maybe be a better bet for me at the moment. But yeah, I don't know if there's any other events necessarily that I'll be taking part in next month. I know there's a lot of different events going on at any given time, and I tend to only really jump in on events that I feel like it's kits that I kind of want to work on anyway, because if I push myself to do all the events and all the things, then I will just feel like I'm never working on kits that just I enjoy for myself. This is not wanting to peel off the sticker paper. What is happening? There we go. But like in this case, like, well, no, I've been wanting to work on a Chrysabug kit, so it's actually kind of perfect. But yeah, I've seen a couple of people talking about lately just sort of this idea behind, this sort of pushback against events that have, rules or require a new start or something like that, which I totally understand that as someone that I typically don't have more than 1 or 2 WIPs going at a time, and so it's not necessarily a huge deal if I want to participate in an event that requires a new start. I understand that for some people that's not necessarily as practical, but I also understand the perspective of asking for a new start. And the good thing is there's a ton of events out there, and I feel like most events generally don't require new starts. But I also sometimes I enjoy the challenge aspect of an event that does require a new start. And I've hosted both kinds of events before, and so I see kind of the value in both. I understand that not everything is necessarily everyone's cup of tea, but that's why it's nice that there's lots of options out there. I did, like, my hackles went up just a little bit when I saw, I've seen some people say before that, like, basically they don't want to have to do any work whatsoever. They really want everything to sort of be handed to them, as far as like I don't want to have to fill out a form. I don't want to have to do this. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do this. And it just feels like it's a little bit of, okay, so you just want the host to do 100% of the work, and you're just conveniently entered for prizes without you having to do anything. And I try to make at least my events like really streamlined and make it easy to participate in a lot of ways, but I also have to streamline it a little bit for myself, because it is there's a lot that goes into it, and there are ways to make it easier and hopefully easier for everyone. And as an event host, it is, you know, it's nice when people are willing to kind of help you out in that sense. But I don't know, I just kind of thought, you know, for event hosts that are, you know, putting a lot of time and work into doing these events, like just asking for like a little bit of effort and work on your part feels like a very, very small ask. But you know, to each their own. That's why like I said, it's nice that there are a lot of different events out there, and you can find one that fits, that has the rules and requirements that fit how you want to do your craft and what you want to work on. So anyway, random tangent, that just kind of made me do the little like head tilt, like, huh, okay. It's, you know, anyway, I'm gonna move on from that. As far as yeah, the Chris Bug Along, I think I want to participate in next month, and we're gonna Chris Bug hit, and then maybe, I don't know, I don't want to commit to anything. I'm like, should I go ahead and try to start like my 5th panel, my cross stitch conversion, or just keep following my nose with these smaller kits? We'll see. We'll see. We're just gonna take it one day at a time. But yeah, so what more show and tell do I have for you guys? Okay, I have let me go and tell you about the Supernatural Convention and having my diamond painting signed by Misha Collins. So I did finish it. I finished it in time, and I did, so we're out of frame here. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. Navigating multiple canvases that I have over here. Okay, so I did finish it, and I did take, I took off the print that was at the bottom of the canvas because there was a legend down here, and I used 100% acetone and a cotton ball, and it just swiped right off. It did take off a little bit of kind of the glittery finish of the canvas that's otherwise there, but I didn't mind. I just thought that the bottom of the canvas was really the nicest place for the kind of place that made the most sense for him to sign. And so this is Misha Collins' signature, you guys. And the way that it went, so the way that the convention works and everything is, it's very, there's the finished product. I will do a full post review where I talk about, you know, the experience of working on the kit, and I'll probably sort of retell some of the story that I'll tell you here about what it was like to have it signed, and what that experience was like. But the way that the convention is set up is that for autographs, especially for kind of these headliners, they are incredibly strict. They will not let you take photos or video. I know several of you had mentioned in that WIP and Chat a couple weeks ago about how, could you do like a mini vlog that you could share with us? And I was like, I really, really wish that I could have. I would have loved that. But they they do not allow photo or video, and they're incredibly, incredibly strict about it. They even have it set up where kind of these headliners in particular, like Misha Collins, they have them kind of behind like a partition where you can't even see them until like you're lined up, and they call you up sort of one at a time. And so I was in this line. I was very nervous, and I don't find myself typically getting very starstruck, but I was definitely, I was feeling it. I was feeling very, very nervous about this. And I was trying to work myself up to like, okay, he might think this is like dumb, or he might just not get it. He might not react. Like, I don't know how I'm expecting him to react, but I need to keep my expectations really low, and also recognize that like these actors and actresses, like, they are human. He's like signing hundreds of autographs today. Like, I'm not expecting any kind of, you know, special treatment or for him to have any type of reaction. I was really trying hard to like cement that in my brain because I didn't want to go in with like unrealistic expectations. Also, he has said kind of publicly that he is like, he believes he's autistic. And so I'm like, well, that's obviously gonna, as fellow autistic, like that kind of affects like how you respond in social situations, especially to maybe unusual things. So anyway, all this to say, I was nervous, and I was trying to keep my expectations tempered. And so it was my turn to go up. They called me up, and he was sitting at a table, and there was basically a handler on either side of him, like 2 gals that were sitting at the table on the other side of him. And as soon as they saw it, they were like, oh my gosh, that's a diamond painting. I do diamond paintings. And one guy was like, I'm doing this like R2D2 kit and blah, blah, blah. And Misha is sitting there with kind of like these like wide eyes, kind of just like looking at them, looking at the canvas. And one of the gals like looked at the artwork, was like, when did you wear that outfit? And I was like, it's fan art. Like it's not, he didn't wear that outfit in the show. And then he looks at it and he goes, how did you know what colors to put where? And so then I find myself kind of explaining to him, I was like, oh, well, there's symbols on there that tell you like what color goes there. He's like, yeah, but like, how did you know? Still like what color? I was like, oh, well, there's like software that you put the picture into and it spits back out with, okay, this is the assigned color for that. And he's like, and you can read those tiny little symbols? And his eyebrows were like in his hairline. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, wow, okay. And then he signed it. And then I just said something along the lines of like, oh, like, thanks for being here. And, sharing about like your, experience with, playing this character. And, that was kind of it. They move you through. Like they are cranking through it because there's hundreds of people here and there's not time to really sit and chat. Like that was a longer conversation than, you really typically ever get. So I don't know. I did spend some time after going, did he think that was it stupid that I had gotten a custom of a kit that it's fan art. It's like, it's not really necessarily his character. Like, did he get it? Or was he like, what even is this? And I mean, I have anxiety, so I question a lot of social interactions and stuff like that pretty heavily. And I have to admit, I was a little bit in my head about it for a little while after. And then I kind of had to like talk myself down. I was like, remember we had this talk with ourselves about having realistic expectations, and it's completely fine. He was obviously interested enough to ask these questions, and I get to go, I explained what diamond painting was to Misha Collins. And that's pretty darn cool. And they also had like a security guy that was kind of standing across from the table where he was signing. And as I was, finished, I'd, picked up my canvas and was walking away. He leaned over to me. It was really, really nice and said, that looks really amazing. Like, that's so cool that you did that and brought that. And that made my heart smile too. So I was like, well, everyone around Misha is gushing over this. So I'll take that. So, it was fun. I was really glad that I did it, but I did ultimately decide not to have that canvas in my picture with Misha Collins, like in character as Castiel. I decided that I didn't want to be like that person. I thought it would be weird, especially because it is like an alternate universe fan art of him. I thought, you know what? Let me someday get another diamond painting custom of him that is more obviously like his character, maybe in more of his like traditional outfit and stuff. And then like I'll bring it, but I'll go to another supernatural convention someday and have that in a picture with him in character. And that'll just make way more sense. And it'll also just be better for my headspace and where I'm at. Because that picture with him in character was the next day after the autograph. So anyway, that is the story. I'm really glad that I did it, and that I took it and that I had it signed, and talking about it kind of, reinforces like, yes, no, I am glad that I did that, even though I'm still feeling a little like uncertain about, how he reacted and how I think that what he thought of it. But that's, again, he's just a human being, and he has to probably sign all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, this has static. Okay. I don't have dryer sheets, but if you do the breath in the bag, like you're trying to fog up a window or a pane of glass, look at that. See, it just adds moisture to the bag and kind of gets rid of some of that static. Just don't blow really hard like I did the first few times. I think I've inhaled at least 2 diamonds at some point. Not in this session, but like past sessions where I've tried to blow. Oh man, this is turning into the kitting up where I am just demonstrating how woefully underprepared I am. I don't have dryer sheets. I had to go get the sticker maker. And now, oh man. Okay, hold on. if that's helping. Just want to get the rest of these out. I can go get dryer sheets later. So yeah, that's the story. Thank you guys for hyping me up and helping me kind of maintain that courage to go and get it signed. I did share a picture on Instagram as well, but I'll talk more about it when I do a post review and share the picture that I did take with him in character, just me. But aside from that, in addition to that, rather, I just had the very best weekend at this convention. I was worried that I was really gonna sort of not have the energy to get through everything that we wanted to do, but it completely worked out. I was just, I feel like, riding a high basically the whole time. And there were just some really wonderful and magical moments there. I was really lucky. I got to go with a dear friend of mine, who we have been friends since we were trying to figure it out. Like, we were 10, 11, 12. And we've just been a part of each other's lives ever since then. And so she flew out and went with me to the convention, and it was just very easy to get to do that together. And we had the very, very, very best time. We did a lot of photo ops. The way that the convention works is there's typically throughout the weekend, there's a lot of programming in like the main kind of auditorium or convention hall, where usually at any given time there's some kind of panel going on with an actor or a couple of actors, and interspersed throughout that there's some there might be some meet and greets where it's like you and up to 10 other people that you could pay for, like this more kind of small group setting of a meet and greet with actors or actresses. Or there's other like fun things, like there was karaoke one night. There was they call it Saturday Night Special concert, which was with their, hold on a second, I'm going to sneeze. The band Loud and Swain, which one of the actors from the show, like it's his band. I'm going to grab a different container. And there was a highly, highly inappropriate, but hysterical, basically like one-man show, stand-up show that Misha Collins did like one night. It was a delightfully full and fantastic weekend. There was a really special moment in Mark Shepard is the actor's name. Mark Shepard. He had a panel, and there's like Q&A, and they'll talk and stuff. But he is a magical and wonderful human being. He's in everything. Like, he's been on Doctor Who, he's been on Firefly, he's been obviously on Supernatural, and he's been in a million other things. He's around, and he is just one of the sweetest and kindest people ever, which is funny, especially when you think of like his character in Supernatural is extremely sassy and snarky. But he talked in his panel because he had gotten a question where someone was asking about how do I don't know what the question is, like, how do the fandoms compare between Firefly, Doctor Who, Supernatural, or what do you which I don't know, which do you like best, or just I think it was someone was asking what the differences were, and he talked about how especially for Supernatural in particular, that they really shifted away from using the word fan because it had, especially 10, 15 years ago, this connotation of, oh, this person is like embarrassingly weirdly really into this show, and that's weird. And instead call it more of like the Supernatural family. And that means just like in this like convention itself, like this is this really wonderfully supportive and safe space where if you're struggling, like if you have a panic attack or something happens and you're just having a really rough time, like anyone here is going to be there to like help and support you, and they're going to know what to do. And I'm laughing just because how he phrased something about how he's like, if you have a panic attack, everyone's going to be there to try to support you. And then of course there would be that one person that knows what to do. That's like, everybody stand back and give them space. It's just, his phrasing was really funny. But it was an incredibly heartwarming and sweet moment. And I felt really just captured sort of the essence of why I feel like these conventions and this show are really unique and continue to run like really strong, even 4 or 5 years after the show has ended. And it was a really sweet moment. And look, I'm a huge sap, so a speech like that really just tugged on the heartstrings. But And then there was like, he noticed that like, so I was in the second row and the gal in front of me just catty cornered to me as he's talking about this. She starts to like, something happens where she's just feeling upset. She just is like, I think quietly starts to cry or something. And he noticed and immediately like walked up to her and was like checking in with her. I was like, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Can I do anything for you? Can I get you something? And it was just it was a very nice moment. And I don't know. See, my heart is just very full. My heart is incredibly full after the weekend, and it was delightful. So I am already thinking a little bit about, I did that Castiel custom, but how fun would it be to do one of Dean and or Sam and take that to have them sign, because now it's just, I feel like it's got to be a thing. Or even some of the other like less well-known characters or like lead actors and stuff. So that's kind of the update on the Supernatural weekend. Oh, I lost my hair tie. That's fine. Like, why am I all of a sudden getting really warm? So if you are interested, I did take a ton of clips that I ended up sharing in, actually, hold on just a second. So I did end up taking a lot of clips while I was there of various panels and stuff, and I put them all together in kind of a mini vlog. I say mini, it was 2 hours long. And I share that with my Patreons. I do have a Patreon that if you want to, further support my channel, it's there. There's no obligation at all, but I do, in addition to, kind of pop-up special vlogs like this, I do weekly vlogs where you get to see my face, and we do life together. I usually check in nearly every day, and we just chat. It's very unfiltered and unedited, and it's a chance to build like a little bit of a smaller community and stuff. But I did put together that kind of mini vlog if you're a big Supernatural fan and want to go, potentially check that out. That's there. As far as other things that have been going on, even though I could honestly talk about that convention for hours because it was that wonderful, that eventful. There's so much that I got to do that I feel very, very thankful for. A ton of photo ops that I shared like on my personal Facebook, and I did do a meet and greet with I wasn't about to spring for one of these these leading actor type ones, but I did snag one with Richard Speight Jr., which was great. And my friend and I did a thing with Ruth Connell. She had like a really fun session that she did, and it was wonderful. If you're a Supernatural fan, I highly recommend trying to get to one of these if you can. But so aside from Supernatural, I did have a really wonderful time also with my mom, who came into town. She came in a couple of days before I went to the convention. I was here for a couple of days after. We got some shopping done, and we went to brunch, which we always do when she's in town, and really just had a nice visit. And she was tag teaming my kiddos while I was at the convention, because I just went up and stayed with my friend. It's only an hour away from me, but I just got to do like a kid-free girls weekend, and it was wonderful. So my mom was just tag teaming the kiddos with Adam, and my mom has gotten so into diamond painting, and I love it. Like, she's in that phase, that early diamond painter phase, where just really about any kind of moment where we have downtime, she's like, oh, is that if I pull out my diamond painting? I was like, yeah, of course. So she did the whole paint gem mandala set while she was here, and I had her shop my stash a little bit. I was like, can you please take some of these paintings off my hands? And she had only brought a carry-on. She hadn't brought like a whole suitcase. She's like, I'll bring a whole suitcase when I come out in May. I was like, good, because I won't have to ship any of these. I could just give them to you. So she took a couple of paintings and a few paint gem sets, and she's loving it. She's absolutely loving it, and I love it so much for her too. And what else did we do? Yeah, a lot of just kind of diamond painting and trying to get some stuff done around the house. What size containers do I want to use for these? Because I think this is fine. Shoot, what was I going to say? I just lost my train of thought completely. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, so She was here and we had a really nice visit, and I did have my second dentist appointment of 3 to have some work done, need some fillings, and they're breaking it up into basically like each appointment they do one quadrant of my mouth, and there's 3 quadrants of my mouth that have at least one cavity, but they don't want to have more than one, you know, part of my mouth numb at once. So like it's like my you know, lower right and then lower left and then upper right. So I had the second one done. I'm going to switch this to a different size container. Done while she was here. And unfortunately, I think that, I think I ate something that was like too sticky, like one of those Kind bars that, it was like the caramel almond one. I think it just was too sticky. And I think it was that same day that I had the fillings done. And I think it pulled out part of one of the fillings. And I'm having some tooth pain. I almost tried to get in with like an emergency dentist over the weekend, but I really didn't want to have to do that if I didn't need to, because I didn't know if that would cost more with our insurance. I just want to go back to my dentist and have them take care of it and fix it. And so I'm going to be calling them first thing tomorrow morning. It's currently Sunday night. I'm going to call them first thing tomorrow, Monday morning, and see if I can get in for them to take a look at. There was like a little piece that kind of came off when I was brushing my teeth that night. And I took a picture of it so I could show them, but I'm pretty sure that that's like part of one of the little fillings that they did. And I've been having some tooth pain there this weekend, so static. I'm really hoping this is going to be an easy fix, but that's such a bummer. And I've not had issues with the work this dentist has done ever before, so I just really hope this was a fluke and that I don't have other issues with it, so... But yeah, I'm just like, man, are they going to have to numb me again? Like, what are they going to have to do? Why couldn't it just be fine the first time? And then I still need to go in for the third and final appointment, but that one should be really easy. That's just like one tiny little cavity on the upper right that they just need to do a quick filling on. The first 2 appointments were more involved. I know, I brush my teeth every single night, but it's at this point, there's a lot of static in there. You know, I've had multiple dentists tell me that it's just genetics. It's just bad genetics. And they did start me on a kind of higher intensity, like fluoride toothpaste, like prescription level toothpaste, to add to everything that I'm doing already. And yeah, I hate dental stuff so much. It's my least favorite thing ever. It sucks. What colors am I going to have left? And how many containers do I have left that I need to fill? Okay, so I'm going to have 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2. So I need to use 1 more of these other containers. Sorry, thinking out loud how I want to do this. Like, what's the smart way to do this? Okay, we'll do it this way. So anyway, that's what's been going on with the dental woes update. As far as updates with the kiddos and stuff go, which you guys know at this point, if you've been watching a lot of my WIP and Chats, I try to do like lots of diamond painting related stuff kind of up front and towards the beginning of my WIP and Chats, and chat about those kinds of things for a while. And then, you know, general personal life updates. Then I go into kiddos, because I know like it's completely fine. I understand that not everyone necessarily wants to hear about kids. But I do know some of you guys do enjoy hearing updates about them. So it's like, hopefully this kind of format works okay for you guys in that way. But, let's do this one. So they're doing well. We're not quite at spring break time, but it's coming up soon. We are, however, in calling it like IEP season. Both my kiddos do have special needs. I try to be deliberate, cautious, intentional. I'm missing the word. There's a word that I can't think of. But just careful, I guess, about how much I share about them. I don't want to, you know, be breaking sort of their privacy and their trust, because, you know, I just want to, be careful about what I'm putting out there about my kiddos. But just in as much as sort of, you know, it affects me, and because it is something that is important going on in my life, I'm okay with saying that, you know, my kiddos do have special needs, and they're just, I love them so much. And I'm so thankful that we have some amazing support services with our, you know, school district, and speech therapy and whatnot. And for my youngest, he's in the midst of, they call it a triennial, which every 3 years for kiddos that have IEPs, which is basically if they have special ed and they need, like, they have extra supports or things through the school, and there's goals that we're working towards and stuff. They have what's called an IEP, individualized education plan. Every 3 years, so every year, you meet and you go over the IEP and how they're doing on goals and whatnot, and any changes and things you want to make. And every 3 years, though, they actually do, at least here in California, they do another round of evaluations and assessments where it's a little bit more in depth, where it's just like they're kind of retesting again, just to see where a kiddo's at, any changes that might need to be made more clearly with that data, as far as what kind of supports and things they qualify for, and brings up any other kind of areas of concern that there might be. So my youngest is in the midst of that. We're going through his triennial at the moment. And then my oldest, we had his IEP, but I think we'll be doing like they call it like a transitional meeting here in the next month or so, where we touch base about, okay, let's talk about going into the next grade and what that's going to look like. Because he just shifted into gen ed as opposed to like a separate special ed classroom for this school year. Is his first year at that. So yeah, we're kind of in that season, as it were. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this and going, the symbol on here, I guess it is kind of a light blue. It looks great, more gray in person, but it's like definitely a light blue on here. So hopefully that's the right color. Someone check and make sure that 3811 is a light aqua blue for me. But yes, the kids are doing very well. Micah also had a round of like annual assessments with his private speech therapy, which they'll loop into his triennial. But this kind of like annual or every 6 months assessments. I think they have to do partly for insurance purposes. And it's kind of amazing how far he's come as far as his speech goes. They were saying that there were a lot of tests that they actually couldn't even do the last time because he just didn't have the speech abilities quite there. And they were able to do a lot more this time. And they, and it just, I'm so happy. I'm like, we see that for sure, like at home, and how he's able to communicate and how much less frustrated he is with a lot of things because he has like the words and they're working on a lot of things. But it's nice to see it like in it coming up as far as like how they're testing it too. So, yeah, no, we're doing good. More static. I guess it really goes to show that like it really doesn't seem to depend necessarily so much on like the manufacturer or a shop's process with how they do their diamonds, whether or not there's going to be static. It really, I think it's just very climate dependent. But only some of these colors had static and others didn't. So maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. We're almost, this is going to be perfect timing, you guys. I'm going to do these last couple colors and we're going to be at around the hour mark. So that worked out. As far as what I am reading and watching and listening to, reading, still in a little bit of a slump, but, that's okay. I'm back on Archive of Our Own because I'm on a, fresh supernatural kick after going to the convention. And we were just talking with some friends about Archive of Our Own over, and how it's like this actually like really fantastic like nonprofit organization that protects fan works and stuff, but how we might be seeing kind of them, things are going to be interesting just because I feel like the book talk world and like TikTok like fan works have made things a little bit dicey. Like there's this thing going around where people are trying to remind others like not to buy like fan fiction that people are printing and binding and doing covers of and selling on Etsy because that's not legal. The idea of like fan art and fan fiction is like it's fascinating if this is your kind of thing, but under the legalities, like that is protected as part of like transformative works, as long as you're not making money off of it. And as soon as you start making money off of it, that's when we're like you're setting yourself up for lawsuits. And there's a lot of people that have been like in the fan art and fan fiction and fan space for a long time that are getting really frustrated with book talk, because they're like, you guys are going to end up ruining it for all of us, because you're inviting lawsuits that could be really highly problematic for like fan transformative works in general, because you're like, oh no, this person wrote like A Court of Thorns and Roses, but from Reese's perspective, and then someone is printing and binding and selling that like as if it's like a book on Etsy, and it's like, that's not legal. You can't do that. Like you're going to get into huge trouble. And there is just sort of this kind of low buzz of worry that like, oh, is this when we're going to start to see like there being some legal things involved when it comes to fan works. But anyway, that was a completely random tangent. But if you are in that space at all, I guess now you know. And if you're not, don't buy fan works on Etsy, especially not like printed like fan fiction that someone has written. I know that there's a lot of like other dicey stuff, especially when you get into like Disney fan art and other fan things. But when it's a direct adaptation of like the exact characters and you're saying this is, this, then that's, I think, when you get into really messy space. But anyway, I'm not, caveat, I'm not a legal expert. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just talking about what I have seen spoken about on Book Talk or BookTube, and have just sort of read about and been aware of in other sort of fan spaces. So giant asterisk there. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an expert in this. I could be really off base here. But that was a tangent on as far as like what I'm reading at the moment. As far as what I'm watching, I'm sure you'll be completely shocked to hear that I have started to picked back up on Supernatural wherever I left off last time, somewhere in I think season 13, and now I'm on season 14. But yeah, no, I came home from that convention and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna be on a Supernatural kick for the foreseeable future again. It's renewed my love. But I just want to show you this whole canvas flattened. And then as far as listening, I mean, mostly just more BookTube, just sort of listening to BookTubers and having that in the background for background noise. Here's the canvas. This is so little. How is this even going to look? I am dying. I'm dying to see it. Little fish over here and everything. All right, you guys, we are all kitted up and ready to go. Here's how this looks. It looks so neat and everything. You see the sizes that I decided to use. Again, they sell multiple sizes of these storage systems. Oh, you can see it on the back of this thing. This one I think is this is small. This is the medium set. So I got the medium set. It comes in like this size case, but they make an even larger case. They make an even smaller case, and you can buy these different sizes. This set that I bought came with these exact sizes in it, and I'll have it linked below. Assuming it's still in stock on Amazon, I'll have it linked below so you can take a look if you are interested. Ooh, sorry to hit you there. But we're all good to go. As far as what I've got coming this week for content, I feel like I just really am struggling to get my brain back into the swing of things, because the past 3 weeks in particular have felt very busy with, we were in Phoenix for a long weekend, and then I had COVID and was really sick for a week, and then I was at the convention. I just feel like a little bit out of my rhythm, and I'm looking to get back into it a little bit, and I just sort of feel like, making videos is a little bit less work. It's felt like it's been harder for me to find like the time and energy to do my usual video kind of schedule this past couple weeks. So I'm looking forward to kind of getting back into it. And I have a couple of unboxings that I may do this week. I may film that post review of that Castiel canvas, that fan art canvas. And I may film, I'll do a post review for that Dragon Princess canvas from Diamond Dots, because I feel like I really want to share about my not super amazing experience, unfortunately, with that kit, but I want to be really just transparent about that. And I'll say as much in there that like you'll see in past reviews that I've done of Diamond Dots kits on my channel, like they've been great. Like I haven't really had complaints, but this was just not the experience that I'm used to. So those kinds of things. I'll have a Diamond Art Club sneak peek for you. And we'll see. I don't know if we're quite ready for another small shop haul or what this week will look like, but stay tuned. I invite you to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you made it all the way to the end, how about a fish emoji in honor of the deep is mine? Thanks so much for watching, my friends. Let me know in the comments below how you're doing, what you were up to while we were chatting today. I'm just so glad that I got to come on and catch up with you today, because like I said, it has felt like it has been too long. I don't like that the past 4 weeks I've missed 2 WIP and Chats. I'm gonna be back to it because I just miss it too much when I'm not. But anyway, have a fantastic week. You're wonderful and amazing, and I'll talk to you again soon. All right, bye.